Hi, I'm Derek Lisk, an attorney and mediator in Houston, Texas. If you are an attorney who negotiates the settlement of lawsuits or other disputes, I invite you to join me for part 2 of 5 Minutes to Better Mediations. In this video, we are going to talk about how you can set the pace of the mediation or negotiation by throwing out an anchor. As you know, there are usually exceptions to every rule, so you may not want to try to use an anchor in every negotiation, but you should certainly know how anchoring works. So what is negotiation anchoring? If you do a little Googling, you can find a lot of information about how anchoring works in negotiation and in other situations. The general idea is that we tend to be drawn toward the first number that we hear. That number then becomes an anchor for further negotiations. One reason that anchoring seems to work is that most people tend to decide how much things are worth, at least partly by looking at how much other people think those things are worth. Whether we want to or not, we will consciously or unconsciously measure future offers and counteroffers against the first number that we hear. Among other things, this means that throwing out an anchor in the beginning may lighten your burden of persuasion during the rest of the negotiation. So how high or low should you go with the first number that you throw out? To help with that, I encourage you to watch part 1 of this video series. But there is also something else to keep in mind. Most mediators and even most lawyers are human. They will tend to focus less attention on the party who seems more reasonable and focus more attention on the party who seems less reasonable. They will see the less reasonable party as the one who needs to change. So you can't just throw out a number that is unreasonably high or unreasonably low at the beginning. But if you start with a more reasonable offer than the other side, that can turn attention to them, creating pressure to respond reasonably. So in your next negotiation or mediation, consider throwing out an anchor to set the pace. And please feel free to share the link to this video. You can also find it on my website at www.liskmediator.com. Thank you for watching.